Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to cs.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
I'll take that. Yes. Hells yes. Oh, armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.
Well, TYLOO gave Team Spirit a bit of a whooping there on their map pick towards the very end. We just saw them now move on and up in the series. Hugo, Inferno going to be that second map that's about to be underway. And obviously, this is the map pick of TYLOO, a map that, prolifically they've been very, very good on. It's always been one of their go-tos alongside Mirage, funnily enough. So, for Team Spirit here, what are going to be, the recipe, what are going to be the ingredients, rather, to this comeback?
One serving of shut down somebody, because he went off in that previous map. 31 kills, I think he ended it on, so really the powerhouse for TYLOO. However, that does work in both ways, right? Not to say that TYLOO were single-handedly carried and that they didn't deserve the win at all, but if somebody doesn't have the same performance, I think there's a lot more room for Spirit to compete here. That being said, as you just mentioned, this is a great map for TYLOO. This is one that they've consistently taken away from some of the top teams in the world as well, alongside Mirage, I mean, historically at least. So I would say this is a very difficult game for Spirit to come into. On the plus side, they play it, but yeah, I can't help but lean in favor of the 2-0 for TYLOO personally. Well,
I guess we're going to wait and see. You can see some of these recent results on your screen. One thing that screams at me straight away is there's a lot of close score lines there, Hugo. So I feel like this is going to be a very long-winded affair. I feel like this could be a close map. And, I think this is still 50-50 because I saw a lot out of Team Spirit that looked very promising, at least early on in that first half. It wasn't really till TYLOO kind of figured out how to quell a lot of that mid-aggression, how to deal with it. And then that was where Team Spirit somewhat dropped off a bit. Now, the knife round here on Inferno, if you're Team Spirit, you really want to be taking this, right? You want to pick that CT side. You want to get off to a good start. Right your wrongs from Mirage. But sadly, it's going to be TYLOO getting the knife round.
Well, it's not sadly.
No, well, yeah, I mean, sadly in relation to what I was just saying.
Sadly for Spirit.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's not what you want. Obviously, if we think back to that game we casted TYLOO Renegades, Harry, that was a game of T sides. Obviously, a very different matchup, but we had a 13-2
I mean, you say we. It was you and Launders. But
oh, wait. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry about that.
No, that's fine, man. That's fine.
I forgot. You were with me in Spirit.
I mean, people always get me and him confused anyway, right?
Yeah, pretty similar. So, yeah, that was a 13-2 T-side half for Renegades that TYLOO pulled back on their T-side with 11 rounds to lose 13-16. So, that being said, very T-sided game. Of course, different matchup here, so anything's possible. But, yeah, TYLOO starting on the CT side is still going to be where they would prefer to be. But let's see if Spirit can find the cracks in TYLOO's defense like Renegades did. hoping they've done their research coming into this game.
I think when Excurate's got his coat on, TYLOO are winning. You know, that just means I got to be out of here. I got other stuff to do.
Yeah.
I'm not even decoating. Is that a word?
Decoating, yeah.
Yeah, that would work.
It's like, works with paint as well.
Yeah.
You don't scrape paint off, you decoat it.
You decoat it, yeah. But no, I mean, you know, for me, the real question is for TYLOO is somebody going to be able to keep up this godlike form that he seems to have developed over the last few matches that we've seen him play? Because he has looked out of his mind. And then you combine that with the fact that Excurate always looks so comfortable AWPing on this map, in particular over on that CT side, as you would expect.
Yeah.
Keep your eye on him. He's a menace in the A-bomb site. Somebody, you know, usually dons that secondary AWP whenever they can afford it over towards B. And with the form he's been in, you can look to him to try and lock down that banana portion of the map. So I feel like, you know, priority here for the side of Team Spirit is just going to be trying to keep that money down low for TYLOO, right? They become such a nuisance when you let them have the cash, because then they can run the ridiculous strats that they want to run. They can do all these big plays, and they can field that double AWP. So Team Spirit, we really need to see them get off to a good start here, and already it's going to be flashes down banana to facilitate this early peak. Now, a bit of nade damage done in response to that, and Excura actually going to get tagged down to just 13 points of health. That already might deter TYLOO from this just a bit, but they're still keen on peeking down banana.
Yeah, Suffolk gets tagged as well very heavily. He's the utility man here for Spirit, so he's got to be careful not to get picked off early. Obviously, Chopper joining him with that. And Spirit abandon banana. They go back towards A. In the meantime, TYLOO, well, they have a float player in CT spawn. That does mean only 2 men committed to the A site. And I imagine with 2 smokes here for Spirit, they're going to throw one to cut off the Moto long side, meaning that, you know, basically Summer is playing retake here. It's down to Attacker and Excurate to shut this one down. In the back of the pit, he sits. It's Excurate finding one off the back of the USP, but that's about it. Team Spirit run wild over the A-bomb site, and they will be able to get a plant in as well, as TYLOO set up for the retake in a 3-on-4, but definitely not going to look easy.
No, the one saving grace is you've got this flashbang on Summer that maybe you could look to try and do you some favors. He's going to line up the pop flash for Buntet. The issue is there's no Buntet, so he's had to stop that now and just take up position here. He's really worried that Team Spirit might just try to rush this portion of the map, you know, like try and take the fights on the back of finding Buntet. So it's just a save call here for TYLOO. Exit kill is not all too valuable.
Ooh, that is a goblin angle there. You barely even saw the head. I mean, I have X-ray on. I didn't even know he was there.
Yeah, that's how you can tell it's a horrific one.
Well, 1-0 for Spirit. They take the pistol that they very much so need, Harry, but remember, we look back to that previous map, and it was a similar story with Spirit starting off quite strong.
And I'm a big fan of this buy from teams, from TYLOO rather. I really like these second round force fights, especially when you're playing the first half. You know, if you're over on that CT side, it's still like a blank slate, effectively, right? You can get this buy-in. Okay, maybe you win with it, maybe you don't. But then in round number 4, you've got the AWPs, you've got the M4s, all the utility behind it. So I'm always a big fan of this. TYLOO, definitely a team that have shown that they can make magic happen with these pistols as well.
And the 5 smoke buy as well. Keep that in your heads as well, because TYLOO have not even used one yet. Finally, the first going down in middle. And we saw in the previous best of 3 series as well with you know, this map. The failure to use the smokes early allows the T's to get quite deep. So you have to pop at least one in middle at the start of the round. The issue is Spirit have just bursted the apartments, and yeah, that's the round. Doesn't always work out.
No, you know, the best way to kind of calculate that is to just go for something like an apps burst, right? Because it's not every day that you see someone throw that early smoke down into apps. Usually it's very reactionary. So if you just burst 2 players out of the apartments, as we saw Team Spirit do there, where I think they ended up dropping down with 3 out from apps, is, you know, there's no smoke there. So suddenly, you know, you notice TYLOO are desperately trying to get those smokes off. They're falling about the place wherever, and everyone dies in a matter of seconds. So Team Spirit doing a good job of not letting those smokes whittle that clock down and force them into any engagements that they didn't want to take. They got to pick the fights on their own terms. Somebody holding close here, looking to try and shut down Coldy as he hunts, and he will get away with one. Anticipates that maybe more players are nearby, but obviously they are not, so he will be able to hold on to the MAC-10.
Whoa, huge save.
Exactly. You know, you love to see it. But as a very real note, if he can get, you know, like 1 kill with that, suddenly you've got a secondary AWP invested into the next round that's going to have utility behind it. And if you think about the fact that somebody is the B bomb site player usually when he's on that AWP, that's pretty versatile all of a sudden, right? Because he's got potentially an incendiary alongside it that he could look to drop. Now, he's invested a little bit into this round. I think he just bought some more utility around this MAC-10.
Wrong side setup, though, for TYLOO. Might see this little triple bait setup. TYLOO love running this. They have 1 man in the corner, 1 on arch, and 1 playing contact. But no one walking towards it for Spirit. They take top B immediately. They actually hold somewhat of a default here. This is very slow for Spirit, but good decision because, of course, they're trying to feel out the map, work out where TYLOO have this setup.
Yeah, you know that a few players saved as well, took that pistol armor with them into the next. You think about, you know, Mirage, it's going to be fresh in your mind that Team Spirit pushed that B bomb set at one point versus those pistols and got wrecked from the stack. So they're not keen on running into the same sort of thing again. They take a slower approach, don't allow any aggression to come through, so we don't really see a stack from TYLOO. But just like I say that, 4 players over here at long, they try and boost. Who was that over the top? Execurate. They actually run boost him over the smoke. Coldie takes the fight and spots the 3 players out along. But there's no love for TYLOO in this shot. I mean, the smoke's still up on eye disbalance. Another one now falling over here at Motor. They can just keep re-smoking this over and over again. So TYLOO should just back off and save on the players that have the armor. And all in all, that's a pretty good thing to take with you into the next round if they can get away with it.
Yeah, without a doubt, but that's if they can get away with it. Spirit whittling away with these SMGs, but they're not going to be hunting too heavily. TYLOO will be able to save those, I was going to say guns, but those bits of armor, I guess, after all. So, yeah, only going to make this buy just that little bit easier. Pressure off, kit's going to be easy to buy up, and if anything, they're going to have saved money as well on some of these guys. So, Spirit, who will still be running SMGs, I imagine, means TYLOO will need to reinvest with head armor here, but that actually does force you to fully buy up the 1k armor again, which may be hesitated by some of these players. Execute can't do it, everyone else can. We've got 1 AWP, we've got 2 MAC-10s. This is a bit of a mess, Harry, but we have got somebody in Summer keeping cash as a result. If they win this, it's great. If they lose this, then you definitely will question the purchase.
Yeah, you've taken a bit of a gamble here if you are TYLOO. Now, Execute trying to go toe-to-toe with eye disbalance down mid. But somebody does at least find an equalizer. One of these MAC-10s rains off with a kill. The nade gonna find another somebody. Only a MAC-10, and he still wreaked havoc in this round. And you can see in response to that, they don't hear any more footsteps. In fact, they actually heard players peel back from Banana, so it looked like maybe Buntet was considering the rotation there. Does decide against it. So only 2 players inside of this A-bomb site, but it's Summer and Attacker at this portion of the map. They've got the 2 rifles. Attacker drops down into the pit, and that's the bomb drop. Chopper now inside of the bomb site. Up close, Summer gets dropped, and Chopper's in with 2. So the retake ensues, and somebody is already here. He's wrapping through short. They are not ready. They do not anticipate that he could be this close so quickly. Spots Chopper drop into the pit. Can he find anything, though? Because the longer he takes, yeah, now they're going to anticipate this wrap round, and Team Spirit will be in with the 4th round.
That's so unfortunate for him as well. Yeah, as you say, you know, great position. He just misses the timing into the pit, and you know, if that player is a second later, he gets the kill, and TYLOO probably win that round in the 2-on-1. But no, it took too long, and Spirit expected it rather. That being said, the benefit to keeping those MAC-10s in the previous round was now they can actually buy up again. They can get a pretty decent buy, all things considered, with an AWP as well. So this is fine for TYLOO. The max loss bonus bails them out here as Spirit sit 4-0 up on this T side. Damn good beginning to this map, I will say, but they had the same back on Mirage, so I don't want to get ahead of myself. X-Script falls off of the roof there. Wants to get back up onto the potted plant, and he will. TYLOO enacting a lot of control towards this Banana as well. There's only one man actually committed. It's Chopper. Ooh, I was about to say not for long. He didn't get picked off though. That AWP shot very, very close. Somebody has to run back. He's 16 HP and does not want to get picked up by a Molotov or a nade going over the top of that wall. Very easy for Tees to take down a low HP player. So TYLOO have to give up the banana and they lose the information. At the same time, Spirit back off and they hit the A site.
Oh, an attacker playing this bait and switch with Excurit. Chopper's still going to check it and just domes the point man over in mid. Attacker and Summer here still, but Summer over in Library. Rotations coming through from TYLOO, and Team Spirit is still not committed to this. They don't have to hit this A-bomb site. They have thrown in all their utility now, so the push looking to come through. 4 players here for TYLOO. It's a 4-on-4 site take. An attacker trying to stand the test of time, but it's Chopper to find the double. Stellar performance from him to kickstart this map for Team Spirit. Somebody wrapping up through short, and the issue is with how dedicated he is, he really cannot save this AWP anymore.
Yeah, they saw the barrel of the gun, and
he gets away.
Whew. Again, same situation for somebody as well. Gets a short wrap, but just a couple seconds too late there to get anything from it. Misses the pit cross, and the barrel of the gun gives away his position. Cody takes a pot shot, and somebody backs off. So 5-0 for Spirit. This is a damn good start. TYLOO getting caught out of position round after round here on this A site. We've not even seen Spirit really go B. It's just been constant A aggression, even with that early top B take that forced TYLOO back. And as you said, you know, there was an early rotate from TYLOO. They had a 4-on-4 on that A site, but unfortunately Spirit were already into the confines of the bomb site before TYLOO had got that last couple of players up through the archway. Yeah,
personally for me, I just want to see TYLOO take some time now to build their economy more, right? We've seen these two, they weren't real full buys, right? That's the problem. You had 2 decent buys, but you never had every piece of the puzzle. You know, we didn't see the double AWP. Instead, it was AWP one round, AWP the next. There's always been a few SMGs scattered around here and there. So pause called in now, and they will partially invest around this save AWP and M4. You're looking towards somebody to try and pop off in this round. Highlighted Chopper there in the round prior because he has exploded into this map. You know, he's been finding the openers, he's been getting the trades, so many key kills coming out from him. And he was pretty uncharacteristically quiet back on Mirage, so it's pretty relieving to see him showing up here on Inferno.
Yeah, and now TYLOO, as you say, playing for the economy, playing the long game. They have to give away a 6th here, really. And this AWP battle is going to once again ensue. It's a quick pick. Chopper peeks in through. Somebody doesn't go back in for more, luckily so, because iDisbalance was ready on the other side. TYLOO finally with a man advantage that has gone untraded. They can certainly win these rounds, Harry. And Team Spirit have to be aware of that one, despite having full rifles and TYLOO on half buy. It's looking good.
Because they've partially invested, once again, they have these smokes with the pistols behind it, right? Made even more deadly with the AWP and UMP thrown in there. So the smoke can now look to go down. It's going to get thrown in from Buntet, you would imagine, any second now. And there it is. Bit of a gap in it that somebody's looking to try and exploit. Uh-oh. This is certainly not where you want to find yourself. He's somehow got a notice that somebody... The hat-trick, 3 kills, a sight take coming through from Team Spirit. They narrowly get in. These pistols still up, though, for TYLOO, and there's a real chance here that they could find this round on the back of what somebody started.
But the issue is under-equipped, under-weaponed. As they come in for the retake, Summer's been picked off in the spawn. Both players split now for TYLOO in a 2-on-2. And no kid either. None drop. They've got to go quick. Attacker losing that fight. Just one man left up. And iDisbalance will clean it up with 2 kills of his own. Spirit 6-0 right now. This is a masterclass. A great start to this map for them. And now finally, Harry, we've got... This is the first real buy TYLOO have had on the CT side. And we are 6 rounds deep. The first time they've had an AWP with 4 rifles and utility. That's a scary thought. But it is here.
Yeah, right. I mean, I guess you say it's a scary thought, but it was their own, you know, it was their own doing.
Yeah,
so, you know, they made their bed and now they have to sleep in it. That's you know, how we see them staring down the barrel of their 6-0 scoreline. Now, we did see Team Spirit get off to a good T-side start back on Mirage, and then we saw how that ended up. So you do know that TYLOO have the ability to grind their way back into these games. Team Spirit once again playing that kind of no-respect style that we were seeing early on in their Mirage game. This round, banana aggression from TYLOO. Somebody and Bentet here trying to set themselves up. Now Banana, they actually spot the bomb crossing, I believe, there. There might be a smoke down. But yeah, with somebody set up so aggressive, Bentet's already rotated. He could be hot on their heels on the pincer as well. There's going to be 3-4 bodies inside of this A bomb site with the fast flank. So Team Spirit have to try and get this bomb. They have to close this gap quickly, or else somebody on the wraparound could do so much damage. He gets dropped. Some Die Young and Sotfik chained together for 2 between them, and Bentet and Excurate left scratching their head, wondering, where did this go oh so wrong? They had the read, they had the flank, all the pieces of the puzzle seemed to be there for TYLOO, but they just couldn't win their individual fights. Fantastic utility usage from Team Spirit as well. Sotfik, you know, allowing Some Die Young to find those entries with his flashbangs. Also has the forethought to check that fast mid flank.
And this is an unorthodox scoreline to see TYLOO in on such a typically comfortable map. Spirit, their fast bursts into these bomb sites have been catching TYLOO off round after round. 7-0 right now from the CIS side, and this has been really great to watch from Spirit. Despite having their problems back on the previous map, they seem to be relieved over on Inferno.
And Excurate, right, you think about a lot of his AWP highlights on this map. Usually they're from within that bomb site, right? But we keep seeing him get segregated over at long. The smokes rain in, so he never really gets a chance to show us what he's made of with the AWP inside of A. He's been nullified in almost every single one of these rounds.
I think a lot of the reason that TYLOO is struggling here is the change in pace. When you watch TYLOO play this map, they're really good at starting off against a defaulting T side, getting a pick, settling back into passive setup, cycling utility, re-peeking and re-aggressing with flashbangs. But right now, Spirit are bursting A every single round. Within 20-30 seconds, we're seeing bombs down from Spirit. TYLOO are not able to deal with this pace. Just as we talk about how this team is getting better at mid-rounds as well, Harry, there is no mid-round anymore.
Yeah, you've just got that first call and you've got to play off the back of it. Now somebody, again, good for one, but it's instantly traded. And Bentet tries to go through, but he's very late on that peak, lining up a flashbang before that. He arrives late to the party and gets punished for it. Now flashes rain through from TYLOO, and that makes Team Spirit maybe doubt themselves a bit. Perhaps this was a B-side stack. They heard the rotation from Summer, and Excurate's already here, but through that smoke, Coldy. Slight one-way presents itself, and he's quick to capitalize. Team Spirit looking like they're going to go 8-0 up. TYLOO with just 2 CZs to throw at this problem. And I mean, this is certainly not what I expected coming into this map.
Absolutely not, Harry. But you can't take it away from Spirit. They are just playing some fantastic Counter-Strike right now. Now, of course, while it's completely countering TYLOO's playstyle, it is looking damn effective. Summer trying to stop the bomb, unable to do so. Coldy will again get another smoke kill, Harry. He's full of those today. 4 kills into this round from him. And he might even be able to find this ace attacker. Creeping, crawling back up through the ruins, but this is not a winnable round. He's looking for damage at a very most. Chopper spotted him, and here's where the cavalry arrives. Spirit chasing down the last kill. The ace stolen, but 8-0 for Spirit.
And you mentioned how, you know, TYLOO, one of their strengths on this map, and what we're so used to seeing is them pushing a team that's holding this default, you know, finding a little gap here and there and then taking like a man advantage. And then usually what you see is they just hunker down in these bomb sites. We're still seeing them try the aggression, right? Think at Banana. We've seen somebody in Bentet try and challenge that every single round. I feel like at this point, maybe for TYLOO, you just want to be holding on to that utility, getting it in early, trying to deny some of these initial rushes. Because Team Spirit really haven't been leaving all too much to the imagination, right? They've just been barreling down. Once again, the challenge over here at the top of Banana. Ooh, good utility usage to burn out Disbalance. Choppers to smoke himself off. So finally, we see TYLOO take this man advantage. They're going to keep pushing down Banana, and somebody very lucky.
Huge balls.
Yeah.
That is, yeah, crazy, Harry. Who does that? Oh, he's got the AWP now, so it worked out. This is going to be...
Oh, yeah, of course.
Okay.
He's going to go back in for more. Somebody has been out of his mind. Slowed down a bit at the start of this map, but here he is once again. He went for that big gamble to try and retrieve the AWP. He's just walking into gunfire. He does not look worried. Shots raining all around. Smoke's still here, yet to dissipate, but Team Spirit just going to barrel through it, and TYLOO haven't rotated anyone round yet. Somebody in with another. Buntet suddenly thrust into what was essentially a 1v2 inside of this B bomb site, so the bomb can go down here for Team Spirit. They have some time to set up a post plant. You know, Coldie can just look to take up position on Banana. That is where the bomb is going to be planted for. But plenty of utility for TYLOO does represent a problem here for Team Spirit.
Yeah, this low HP is going to be the biggest issue, though. Luckily, no banana flank, but all coming in from the same angle. Two from the CT side. Samdai Young getting killed, and now it is just Coldie. Surely he can't do this one alone. Finds one. Retake is in. TYLOO eventually getting on the board and saving the double AWP as well. It's one round here for the CT side. Dear, oh dear. At least they've taken something, Harry. It might spur them on. It might start to give them a little bit more wind in their sails. But Spirit, they've bought cannonballs.
Well, I just think as well, it's been a pretty slow start from Execute and Buntet. These are two people that we so often hold in such high regard in this TYLOO squad, right? And they're also the two that are responsible for making a lot of the calls. So if you're the IGL and you're getting off to a pretty bad start, then that can reflect in the decisions that you make. We finally see this double AWP up for TYLOO. They saved it forward from the round prior, as you pointed out, so we get to see somebody challenging down Banana again. Excurate gonna have his AWP posted up at long now. Falls back immediately as that smoke goes in, and I prefer this from him because they know that they've been going for that same smoke to nullify him over at long every single time. He might just look to try and push through it, but you're relying on Summer and Attacker here down in the pit, trying to shut down these players. Somebody in with another. Summer will get burnt out, and the bomb now can look to go down, but they haven't dealt with the man in the pit. Attacker is still here. He's got them caged in the bomb site, and there's so many angles to keep an eye on for Team Spirit. Samdai Young somehow manages a double, and so I disbalance in a 1v2. Tricky, but not impossible. X on the angle. And I disbalance just looks away a millisecond too early.
That would have been his as well because he was further away from that corner, so that angle should have been favorable for him, but as you said, looking away, unfortunate timing. And that was a great round for TYLOO. Just Attacker staying alive in the pit long enough, allowed time for the smoke to fade up on long, meaning TYLOO could get aggressive, and Execute found a key AWP pick to trade out SDY after that double. So really good work from Attacker, just staying alive there in the pit. Even though he's not getting any kills in that round, his presence is enough of a fear for Spirit that they don't want to peek out wide and take those fights on long. So 2 rounds of TYLOO. They're getting in the groove, Harry. They're starting to work things out. Long may it last, but Spirit don't want to allow that to happen. They've got another buy. AWP here, and that's the thing. Spirit are in really the perfect spot right now where as soon as they start losing rounds, their loss bonus is going to be built up, and it's perfectly going to balance with them losing their money. So they should be fine for a couple more rounds to buy up, even if TYLOO continue this streak. This means the pressure really is on for this CT side. They have not got a lot of room for error here. Going back to another A take here for Spirit. No fakes, no lurks. They just want to go berserk.
4 players stacked up at this portion of the map for TYLOO. It's not going to be an easy feat. We've seen Team Spirit deal with these stacks effectively in the past, and Chopper, good for one, Summer. Ooh. Takes an AWP shot to the leg, finished off by Sophic. Molly going to burn out somebody, and it's only Excurate here. Now, we have seen a lot of highlights from this man inside of the A-bomb site, but a missed shot doesn't bode confidence for us getting another. I disbalance shuts him down, and Buntet, so far from home, so far from this A-bomb site, just has to save. Team Spirit in with the 9th. And it's dire straits for TYLOO at this point in time.
Yeah, without a doubt, it's going back to this Renegades game, right? Of course, a completely different playstyle from Spirit, but TYLOO just having more and more issues on this CT side. Spirit keeping 4 alive as well. This is going to bode extremely well as they're going to have the numbers to chase for this final kill. Being methodical, clearing out the CT spawn and trying to find exactly where Buntet sits. He is going to be in a world of hurt here with 2 kills. Having to be taken by him if he wants to keep this gun. Not even one. Chopper with 3 kills that round. And that's kept up as well, Harry. Something you mentioned earlier in this map was Chopper was off to a great start. He was 6-0 at one point. He's 10-3 now, still top of the entire team, not server. That's somebody, of course. So Chopper's having a great game, and I think that makes it all the difference as well from his polar opposite performance back on Mirage.
And I mean, you got to feel bad for somebody, because right now he's averaging 119 ADR in the whole series, right? So here on Inferno, 115 ADR to his name. He's still performing lights out. It's just the rest of the team kind of falling silent around him. You know, somebody is the Buntet of TYLOO.
Nice. And he is caught in this corner as well. The Molotov only just faded, and he hasn't had a chance to leave. Buntet could set up a flashbang here to support him, but it needs to come through at the perfect point.
Yeah, somebody's got this smoke as well, but the issue is if he underarm throws that, they're going to know that he's holding close, and it wouldn't surprise me then if you just see iDisbalance spam that half wall.
He stopped hearing footsteps. He actually heard them run back, so you can see that rotate from Buntet. Somebody is hot on their heels. He is flanking down Banana right now. It might not make a difference. Remember, this is only pistols for TYLOO, but he is right behind them. He has let them go right past. 1 kill from him. The trade's there for something, but now the CT start to aggress. They start to get in the face of Spirit to no avail. 2 more kills out from the T side leaves Summer and Attacker alone, and already Spirit have doubled back.
Now an AK has been retrieved at the very least. Coldie is already posted up though to deal with Attacker as he tries to flank around. iDisbalance gets his attention, and there's Coldie, the bait and switch. And oh, the bomb's gone back to A. I'm very sorry, Summer. This would feel just horrible. And I tell you what, that round almost goes so well for TYLOO on the back of 1 smoke thrown by Buntet. The idea was there, what looked like was going to be a B-wrap, right? They actually go ahead and smoke off motor so that they can cross through archways. They all started running towards it, and Buntet underarm throws his smoke. So you could see there's that moment of confusion with Team Spirit. You know, do we have to hit A? Do we push through this smoke and not know what's on the other side? They get a bit confused and lost over in top mid. But they're just able to win their individual fights once again.
Yeah, I mean, if anything, it slows them down to the point where they hold for the TYLOO aggression, right? And that could have been a very good round. TYLOO tried to collapse upon them in middle, but Spirit winning the fight. And 10 rounds up on this T side. It was only pistols for TYLOO, so keep that in mind. And they did at least, you know, make the best out of a bad situation with 2 kills. But 1 safe gun is all they've got to show for that round. And it's not like, you know, breaking the money is a realistic, you know, expectation at this point. There's only 3 rounds left of the half, and max out cash for Spirit right now. So 10-2. And what have we got from TYLOO? Another buy. Yeah, same.
I just don't even know, you know, what TYLOO can... I mean, because it's just feeling like on an individual level right now they're getting out. I mean, Buntet's still sitting bottom of the board, 1-8. Very uncharacteristic performance here from the man that was just on your screen.
Johnson being very vocal in the background as well. We just saw there on Buntet's cam. So clearly has some words with this team, and I think they're needed. AWP is here for Excurate. He needs to try and open things up, but it's very difficult when Spirit is staying so grouped up. Their tradability, that's a benefit, right, of playing like this. The tradability is massive. It's so hard to get a pick and fall off if you have 3 or 4 Spirit players always playing together. Now, Someday Young is alone in the apartments right now, but he'll be joined by Coldie coming up the stairwell. This allows for the double peek on the hallway. Boiler's been cleared by the utility as well, and here's that double peek. Fully empty. No worry there for Team Spirit. They'll be setting up for what looks like another apps drop here, and TYLOO not the setup to deal with it. The AWP's down on long. It's been smoked off, so that will send it back to the site, meaning you can catch an angle towards those apartments, but you're going to need to do a lot of work here if you're TYLOO as Spirit set up fast.
Oh, flash rains in. Attacker still able to find one even with it. And triples up. Attacker has done it all in this round. iDisbalance and Sophic left standing. And they're going to get hounded down. Somebody actually pushes through that smoke at short. Sophic was the man who threw the flashbangs in to try and facilitate that play. So they know that there's someone still over towards this short side somewhere. Now exiting the apartments, they're going to try and group up with iDisbalance down at the bottom of mid. They might try and give this B-bomb site a go. But you could definitely just make the argument for a save here as well for Team Spirit.
Not a chance. Not a chance, Harry. 3 rounds left, and they've got plenty of money. They're definitely going to give it a go, considering how confident these Ts are. Unfortunately, they're being wrapped. They're being surrounded. Now, as we hit the 15-second mark, now they realize they can't get into this B site. They are being hunted from behind, but the hunter has become the hunted now. Excurate dropping iDisbalance, and now Sophic saving.
So 3rd round salvaged. Big moment from Attacker, you know, single-handedly cements it by holding down Pit inside of that A-bomb site. And that's in spite of those flashbangs thrown over by Sophic, which were pixel perfect, right? You actually saw it fly through the air into Attacker's vision, completely blinds him. And even in spite of that, he's able to hold his own. 3 to 10, it really you feel like, you know, any amount of rounds is kind of grim compensation for this half regardless for TYLOO. Even if they 5-10 it, definitely not the start they wanted.
No. At least they have the buffer of Mirage in their pocket and the possibility of a strong T side, considering they did show that versus Renegades, but you can't bank on that. Especially with how confident and motivated Team Spirit do look to close out this map. They've actually definitely slowed down the pace a little bit here, but they've gotten top banana for free and apartments as well. Spirit will have a lot of map control. Execute flashed off with the AWP, and he peeks back into his own demise. That's great from Spirit. Throw a flash, force the AWP off, re-peek with your own. And luckily enough, TYLOO still have 2 players here, and they're going to need them because this push is coming right through.
You're asking a lot of Buntet and somebody. Re-smoke down for CT, smoke for Coffins. Already Buntet falls. Are they going to be ready for the 3rd man? I think they heard him drop off there, so they almost certainly are. And Team Spirit, they'll be picking up this 11th round. Attacker and Summer so far removed from this bomb site. They're going to be getting max loss bonus anyway. Or near enough. It's the one advantage of having this 10-3 scoreline. Summer attacked by that Molly, so they have a very good idea that he's pushing, and only Attacker remains. He's hardly been discreet in this wrap round through the ruins. It's an 11th round for Team Spirit. Anytime we see TYLOO manage 1, it's almost always instantly answered back by the CIS squad.
This is Attacker's 3K from a couple of rounds ago, locking down the A site through the apartments. But this half is pretty devoid of TYLOO highlights. It's all coming up Spirit right now. 11-3, 1 round left of the half. And everything to play for here for TYLOO. If they can get 4, that's something that gives them a little bit more of a buffer. But, you know, really, as you say, grim compensation. There's no amount of rounds that TYLOO are going to be happy with after this half.
And it somewhat leaves you wondering, you know, what's changed with TYLOO on this map? Because as you brought up, there was that Renegades game where we saw similar storylines. You know, you do wonder whether it's some of these changes they've made or if it's just teams kind of adapting to how TYLOO like to play this map. 1 by 1, they're picked apart once again, and it's Summer and Excurate left standing. Team Spirit, all the time in the world, they can just slow right down. They're under no pressure in this round.
Creeping up to B as well. TYLOO is split 1-1 per site. You're hoping this AWP can do something nuts, but missed first shot. That gives away the fact of this weapon, and he's flashed off as well. Excurate really running out of options here. This is not a good position to play with the AWP. That orange is flash, but he's going to hold the corner. He's trying to give himself as much room to play with. Get a shot, fall back. Get a shot, fall back. That's the game plan here. So he'll get the first shot and fall back. Second position taken. Can he do it again? Excurate, 2 kills. Oh, he's saving the round. 3 on his own. No teammates needed. It's just Disbalance left up at the top of B. 15 seconds, and Execute, he won't move a muscle. Finally going for the peak. Disbalance gets the kill, and he does expect the quick wrap, but he does also need a bomb plant, because otherwise Summer's not going to get aggressive. He will stick the plant, and Summer closing the distance. Disbalance hits his shot. Despite Execute's best efforts, it's Spirit with 12 rounds on the half.
That is despicable, mate. That is just disgusting. He gets the bomb down at 8 seconds left and anticipates that close peak. And yeah, I mean, he's kind of sort of, you know, whittled down the remaining options as to where the remaining player could be. So 12-3 in spite of Execute's best efforts. We've been waiting all game for him to show his hand on this map. Yeah. And he finally does in round 15, and even that was not enough to find a 4th round for TYLOO. A dismal scoreline for them as we head into the second half. But a fantastic one for Team Spirit, who recover amazingly from that beating they received, you know, really from the second half of Mirage onwards.
I mean, across the entire map, to be honest, yeah, they had a good start to it, but they still got 16-7. That's not a confident scoreline by any means, despite them having some close rounds. I would say that game felt a lot closer.
Well, this is why when we saw the maps, I mistakenly said that Mirage was TYLOO's pick, because it felt unusual with the way round that they were. But pistol round now becomes a necessity for TYLOO. This is must win.
They've got utility on 2. Kit double flash for Spirit and triple B. This is extremely common. You've got that bait corner setup and then Coldy hiding on the sandbags. Also a flash going over the top. So now, TYLOO, they've seen 2 players on B, but they haven't seen this position from Coldy. Do they expect it? Yes. They check it and they see him. 3 on B is now being telegraphed. Instantly, they rotate 2. I love that from Spirit. They show 3B on purpose just so they can pre-rotate, knowing TYLOO will do the same. The issue is they actually question it. Coldy won't fully commit to the rotation. Attacker dives out of the apartments, and TYLOO try and run over this A site, but to their own demise. Disbalance of Sumda Young and Sophic lighting up the scoreboard. No kills coming through. Bentet will get 1, but this is looking as done as you can get, Harry. 13-3. As you said, the pistol was a necessity, and TYLOO, they won't get close.
Yeah, I mean, some die young, but others die quickly, and TYLOO fitting into that second category in that pistol round. 13-3, and so close to taking an incredibly dominant map win here, our Team Spirit. That pistol round should have all but solidified that. TYLOO onto the eco. They need to go for the buy in the next. They've only got Glocks in this round. Summer's even invested in a Deeg, so he's going to be a bit more limited in the next round. You know, you're really clutching at straws if you think 1 Deagle is going to be enough. But then again, I feel like now that I've challenged it, we're going to see Summer with an insane Deagle play here. Because he'd love to prove me wrong.
He did just dink Disbalance through the wall with that. Very unfortunate. But he gets a second chance at life, going back towards the library. But it's not books he's looking for, it's frags, and they'll be taken over on the A site. Sophic and Sumda Young and Coldy. What an absolute massacre that was. As you would expect, 14 rounds of Spirit. Armorless TYLOO players have now got guns. We saw them have a good T-side versus Renegades, Harry. 11 rounds they got, but they're going to need even more.
Yeah, but I mean, the difference is here is you're kind of looking towards uncharacteristic people to show up, and you've got the usual stars being pretty quiet. That's never a nice situation to be in. I mean, it's the attempt at the bonus round here from Team Spirit. SMGs almost across the board. Scout on Sophic. Coldy, the only man with the upgrade. Double need onto somebody, and that is brutal.
And on the only player who seems to be awake in this map as well. At least for the TYLOO side of things. He's on 14 kills. 1 for every round Spirit have gotten. And maybe a couple more on the horizon. Sophic spamming the smoke. Now we do have rifles for TYLOO versus the not quite Well-equipped Spirit on SMGs, but they've got map control to make up for it. One man on B and some aggression in the apartments. We should be seeing a rotation soon because I think TYLOO are rotating their players back out from mid towards B. Chopper jump spotting, and he will see these players, so can throw down some utility to delay that. Now the mid push coming straight out for Idis Balance, and he does some damage, but won't finish off the kill. Chopper hiding in the smoke, waiting for the flashbang, but it won't come through. He gets one for free, but Tet there with a trade. But look at the damage taken. TYLOO are so low as they enter the bomb site.
And that's where this scout and these SMGs just become so deadly. Xcurate trying to do what he can, and a few misses from Sophic here have really given TYLOO a helping hand in this round. Sophic and Coldie looking to try and exit. TYLOO will be on to a fourth, as they look like they're trying to hold on. It's this very limited arsenal of weaponry. Sophic not even going to get away with the scout. There is still a buy available in the next round for Team Spirit, so it's not all bad news.
Just for TYLOO. Before rounds, Harry, one step closer, and that, yeah, definitely scary considering how much damage was done to those players, but missed shots and Spirit not able to get back in with a retake. That's fine. They've got plenty of rounds to close this one out. You don't need to be worried just yet. Just relax and get a full buy here. This is going to be full rifles for Spirit with obviously that saved AUG. Allowing for the drop over and therefore a bit more utility. Someday Young, even on the shotgun. I'm all for it. Where is that going? Is it apartments? Seems to be the case.
See, I feel like with the shotgun changes, I thought I'd see more Mag 7s over the auto shotty. Now I get the auto shotgun for somewhere like Top Hut or Nuke. But if you're going apps, I would love the Mag 7 here.
That is true. Ooh. One. Attacker, skin of his teeth, will win that battle.
Oh,
no.
Well, he won the battle, but not the war. We'll get him next time.
Oh, dear.
Chopper in this smoke does get dropped by Xcurate. So the bomb goes down here. At least that blunder of... oh, man, it's like you look at it and you're like, oh, he's so lucky, isn't he? And then it's like, oh.
Teammate mollies him. Oh. At least it didn't lose him the round. That would be horrible.
No, definitely. I mean, talk about out of the frying pan into the fire, but a 5th round for TYLOO guaranteed at the very least.
Would you rather die in a frying pan or a fire?
Is the frying pan like a big frying pan?
Yeah,
or is it like
I assume they're not going to like melt you bit by bit.
Well,
like,
yeah, because that would be literally horrible.
Now 2 fingers. No. I assume it's a life-size frying pan. I mean,
probably a fire, I'll be honest. Because I feel like it would be like sticking to the metal and stuff and like melt. Yeah, that would be literally horrific.
Yeah.
I'm fairly certain there was like an old punishment back in, I don't know what times, but you know,
old times.
Yeah, just the old days,
unreasonable days, you know.
Yeah, that's what they were called, the unreasonable times. They would make you wear like metal shoes, and then they would make you like go on hot coals in a trapped room. So people would like look like they're dancing, right? Because your feet would just heat up over time. And it would kill you eventually, but very slowly, very horrifically.
But so what would you die from?
I don't know, mate. Like eventually that much burning, plus maybe you just starve. I mean, the room was hot as well. Like, I don't know how long you can go. I don't know what the human threshold for foot burning is. I've never looked into it.
Put on those metal shoes, Harry, and let's find out. Curse these metal shoes.
It's like a really extreme version of clogs, isn't it?
I swear Jackass did that before, but without the metal shoes. They ran over hot coils. 14-5 here. Spirit taking the hard eco with 3 at least. They got a couple of guns saved over.
You know, it'd be really awful if that thing I just said isn't a real thing, and I've just come up with it in the moment. Because then it's like, God, what am I thinking about?
You'd really inspire someone. That's a bit gross. Oh no,
Chopper!
Come on.
Somebody's very low, but Chopper's not quite able to connect the shot. Now they're going to juggle that AK away by the looks of things, or
just moved one into the open.
Just wanted the skin.
Yeah, fair enough. Double back for TYLOO. Hesitation on this rotation from Team Spirit, but the good call to make, or a good call to make, because TYLOO doubling back towards the A site here. Spirit with the M4 in pit, actually on the balcony rather. If Disbalance pushes Apartments here, he is in an extremely valuable position. But let's see if Spirit fall for this fake on B that Bentet's throwing in right now. Utility going over. Now TYLOO creeping into the A site, and this is the man to watch out for. If Disbalance can find a couple of kills here, it may just be doable.
Oh,
ooh, big old fakeroo.
They even had you fooled, Hugo.
Well, they spotted players on the site, and that's what turned them around.
So they'll get the bomb down in B. They'll get a 6th, and they get it for free. Things that are free are the best, Hugo.
Plus processing fee, of course.
Yeah.
$49.99.
Oof, Jesus. That's pretty ludicrous.
That's like normal ticket prices for anything, right? You just, oh, we got to pay someone to process this. Like, no, you don't.
I'll process it,
yeah.
mate. Just let me teach me how to use the computer. I'll do it.
Well, Spirit just going to be holding on to these guns. Coldie playing bodyguard. I think like he may as well move. Like I'm not sure why he's still in pit. He's got USP. I get that you're playing bodyguard, but I guess if Disbalance dies, he can grab the gun and hide. But you know, could look for some economical damage.
I tell you what, though, 6 to 14. Now, still a long way to go till the comeback, but we haven't really seen all too much out of Team Spirit in these full buy rounds, right? It has been reasonably decisive for TYLOO, and a lot of them.
Yeah.
You feel like some of that is going to come off the back that Team Spirit aren't keen on taking risks because they've got such a big buffer, right? That's a 3v4. They could have tried to play a bit different if they wanted. They could have even maybe had a bit of a look in or tried to chase them down through mid, but they just instantly decide to save. And I think a lot of that just comes from the fact they know they've got 8 rounds to play with. You don't have to take these big risks. You know, you can just work on building that money up, keep the economy of TYLOO down low as well. Because with how the new economy changes are, you know, if you lose the next 4 in your Team Spirit, but you've been getting it down to, you know, 1 or 2 players surviving on TYLOO, the second you win your map point round, you're still at max loss bonus, you're fine, and TYLOO, they're only getting $1,400. So, you understand why they decide to play things safe. But as we saw on Mirage, it was when they started to give TYLOO more respect, when they started letting them play their own game, that was when we saw TYLOO really take control of that first map.
Well, let's see now with 4 rifles if Spirit can do the dirty, find their 15th, because that's the issue. When you're in these comeback situations, if you're up against 14, you really don't have much room. You know, Spirit, all it takes is 1, you know, random round for them to clinch, and suddenly they're guaranteed overtime. 2, and they've taken the map. But TYLOO, they are fighting tooth and nail to get back into this game. Let's see if they can do it. Nice nade. Bentet gets tagged. Somebody's already 50 HP as well. And TYLOO, they're going to reconsider with that rotation, go back towards the A site where 3 Spirit players sit. Spam through the smoke from somebody, just trying to bait something out for here from Spirit. 40 seconds left. TYLOO going to make their move onto this A site. Summer's re-smoked in the apartments, but that will soon fade. And once it does, we're going to see this execute.
Oh, Sunday Young trying to peek over the top of the bike. I just balance in with another, and TYLOO, a short-lived feeling that this comeback could have happened might fall apart. There's very little time left in this round. They have to push in now, and as they go in 1 by 1, 7 seconds. Do you find the kills?
No bomb.
The bomb's been dropped though, so they get so close to the mark, but it just falls short.
Yeah, that was way too hesitant from TYLOO. They just sat there for ages. I understand what Excrete was doing. He was trying to bait peek so his teammate could move up closer because SDY didn't know that a player was already up on cart. And, of course, waiting for that long wrap to come through because they were given so much long control for free. But that was because of the library player holding the apartment. So, yeah, that's a messy round for TYLOO. Definitely left that too late. And as saw, they got the kills. They definitely could have won it if they pushed 10 seconds or so earlier. So, unfortunate. 15-6 here, Harry. Maybe starting to get a bit realistic here in the comeback attempt. Starting to fall out of the clasp of TYLOO.
Somebody, good damage onto Sophic there with the pre-fire on Coffins. Not quite able to complete the kill though, much to his demise. TYLOO setting up for the A play with somebody drawing a lot of attention over here towards me. He has got 3 players grouped up here. Now you can see Coldy, you know, starting to believe, okay, maybe this is going to be the ruse. Top mid control looking to come through from TYLOO as they play this standard default. They get control of this portion of the map. And this means Team Spirit have to play more passively back in the bomb site. Suddenly they're denied all that information down through mid. But for TYLOO, it's back to this B bomb site.
That re-smoke, though, that's going to delay things. Not what TYLOO wants. Already had problems with time in the past, and that will continue for now as Spirit here, no sound on either side of the map. These Molotovs are going to make it very clear where TYLOO are going. We need to see a rotation from Spirit because only 2 players on the bomb side to deal with this. Will 2 players be enough? That's the question. Somebody's close. Smoking the spawn. Spirit, they've given up the bomb site here, but they've got the boost in play. So Chopper drops 1. They take a double man advantage through the smoke, and now a retake setup for Spirit. They can just allow TYLOO to plant the bomb and come in together as a 5-on-3.
Yeah, right. I mean, the cleanup crew is here. You know, they've waited for the reinforcements to come through. All 5 players for Team Spirit still standing. Excaret, Buntet, and Summer, a lot to do, and they've already lost 1 man. Summer over on Banana, going to go barreling through the smoke. Lots of bodies here, and while he's good for 1, not good for anything else. Team Spirit 16-6 as they split this 1-on-1 now. We're going to be heading to Overpass, Hugo. Map number 3, the decider, and a map that these 2 teams have faced on at least a little bit in the past. They've played it twice, you know, in the 2 best 3s we've seen them play against one another. It's been TYLOO to win it every single time, but the difference is Spirit now, obviously with the additions of Sumdai Young and iDisbalance, they're looking very good. And yeah, flip side to that is TYLOO looking pretty flat.
Yeah, in that map especially, but you know, you just got to write it off, move on with that 3rd map and see what they can do on Overpass, because that was not the TYLOO we know and love, especially not considering how good their Inferno has been in the past and how many wins they've been able to conquer on that one. So yeah, it's got to hurt for TYLOO, whatever, move past it, go to Overpass. This is still a winnable game for either team, and yeah, Spirit looking impressive, because that's the thing. Back in Mirage, I thought this team was looking really good. They had a great start, they had a lot of really nice rounds and like good mid control, and then they just fell flat on their face, and I thought that's really weird considering how great they started it off. So it's nice to see them actually show us what they can do over on Inferno. Yeah,
and you know, for TYLOO, it's a kind of continued streak of Inferno being a bit of a problem for them, right? Now, Overpass going to be that 3rd map, the decider. We're 1-on-1 in this series with TYLOO taking Mirage, the map pick of Team Spirit. Team Spirit doing the dirty, though, back on Inferno. It does all fall to the 3rd map to decide who moves into that 2-1 bracket and who drops down to the 1-2 bracket. So we'll find out how that's going to go down after the break.
Cool, right? Want to know where I got it? Well, look, go to CS.money. It's a trade platform and a marketplace at the same time. Just choose, click, and get. Good luck, bro.
I'll take that. Yes. Hells yes. Oh, armed and dangerous. Oh, hell yes.
Hellcase. Big update and new features in the case battles. Updated and convenient interface with new options. Up to 4 users can participate in one battle now. Create and customize your battles, any number and any type of cases. Choose the number of participants and invite your friends with a unique link. Watch the best drop and win everything. Don't miss epic battles on Hellcase.